I must confess, I never considered what would come after creation.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Plot Point. Even though we've already stepped into 2026, the past year of 2025 has left us with so many incredible memories as movie lovers. In today's video, we're going to recap the top 10 movies of 2025 that achieved the highest ratings and popularity on IMDb. What makes this list special is that we aren't just looking at the rating score alone. We've curated this based on the number of votes from the audience. Every movie on this list has been vouched for by nearly 200,000 to over 200,000 fans worldwide. This means these aren't just niche favorites. They are the massive hits that captured the world's attention. So, if some of your personal favorites aren't here, it doesn't mean they weren't great. There were many fantastic films in 2025, but what we're presenting today are the top 10 most talked about blockbusters. Before we dive in, if you find any movies on this list that you haven't seen yet, I highly recommend checking them out whenever you have the time. Alright, let's count down from number 10 and see which films dominated 2025.
On Earth, nothing was working out, and I wanted to get the hell out of there.
Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is the mind-bending sci-fi thriller, Mickey 17. Directed by the visionary Bong Joon-ho, the man who shook the world with Parasite, this film was one of the most talked-about entries of 2025. On IMDb, it has secured a solid 6.7 rating with a massive 220,000 votes, proving its widespread popularity among the global audience. The plot follows Mickey Barnes, played by Robert Pattinson, who is an expendable, a disposable employee on a human expedition sent to colonize the icy world of Niflheim. Whenever there's a mission that is too dangerous or likely to be fatal, Mickey is sent in. When he dies, a new body is regenerated with most of his memories intact. However, the real chaos begins when one version of Mickey survives a mission he was supposed to die in, only to return and find that his successor, Mickey 18, has already been printed. With two versions of the same person existing at once, the film dives deep into dark humor and existential questions. What makes us us? And how much is a human life worth when it can be easily replaced? Even with a 6.7 rating, the sheer volume of 220,000 voters shows that this wasn't just a niche sci-fi movie. It was a cinematic event that challenged our perceptions of identity. If you missed this psychological roller coaster during its release, you definitely need to add it to your watch list.
I got a job to do.
Body goes first, one at a time is twice the fun.
Are you afraid to die?
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Moving on to number 9, we have the film that officially brought Marvel's first family into the MCU, The Fantastic Four, First Steps. Directed by Matt Shakman, who is well known for his incredible work on WandaVision. This movie became one of the biggest highlights of 2025. On IMDb, it has secured a 6.9 rating with a massive 226,000 votes, proving that fans were more than ready for this retro-futuristic cosmic adventure. The story is set on Earth, 828 in 1964, featuring Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards and Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. Unlike typical superhero movies, this film dives straight into a world where the team are already global icons. The emotional core of the story begins when Reed and Sue reveal they are expecting a child, only for their world to be threatened by the arrival of Galactus, the devourer of worlds. The cosmic entity presents a terrifying ultimatum. He will spare Earth only if they hand over their unborn son, Franklin Richards, whose cosmic potential can satisfy Galactus's eternal hunger. Refusing to sacrifice their child, the team, including Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm, must face not only a cosmic god, but also a world that has turned against them out of fear. With the public demanding they give up Franklin to save humanity, Reed devises a desperate plan to teleport the entire planet to safety. But will his teleportation bridges hold up against Galactus's power? Or will they lose both their child and their home? You'll have to watch the final battle in Times Square to see how they resolve this impossible choice. One thing you absolutely cannot miss is the mid-credits scene. It introduces a legendary figure in a green cloak and metal mask who is set to change the face of the MCU forever. since this mysterious arrival directly sets the stage for Avengers Doomsday. Make sure to check out our previous video where we broke down everything you need to know about Doctor Doom and the massive 2026 lineup.
Are you the protectors of this world?
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
As a family.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
Coming in at number 8 is Marvel Studios' answer to the anti-hero genre, Thunderbolts, directed by Jake Schreier. This movie brought a much-needed gritty and grounded energy to the MCU in 2025. It has managed to secure a 7.1 rating on IMDb with a massive 253,000 votes, proving that audiences were thoroughly captivated by this team of misfits and former villains. The film features an incredible ensemble cast, led by Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova and Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes. The story kicks off when a group of reformed antagonists, including Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, and the phasing specialist Ghost, are sent on a mysterious government mission. However, they soon realize that they weren't sent to succeed. They were actually meant to be eliminated. The plot thickens when they discover the government's secret weapon, a powerful but unstable individual named Bob, also known as the Sentry. As the team uncovers the dark truth behind their mission, they are forced to stop fighting each other and start working together to survive. The tension rises as they face the overwhelming power of the Sentry, all while trying to figure out who truly betrayed them. Will this group of outcasts be able to overcome their past and function as a real team? Or will the Sentry's uncontrollable power be the end of them all? You'll have to experience the intense action and dark humor of this film to see how they resolve this life-or-death situation. Don't forget to stay for the post-credits scene, as it hints at a massive shift in global power and the rising threat of Doctor Doom. Since the outcome of this mission ties directly into the chaos we'll see in Avengers Doomsday, make sure to check out our previous video where we discussed how these anti-heroes might fit into the massive 2026 crossover event.
Who will keep the American people safe?
I can't think of a... You can't escape the past.
You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? Back to glory.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah. Miss Lane.
Taking the number 7 spot is the grand beginning of a new era, Superman, directed by James Gunn. This film was one of the most anticipated blockbusters of 2025, serving as the official launch of the new DC universe. It has earned a 7.1 rating on IMDb with a massive 373,000 votes, showing a huge level of engagement from fans worldwide who are eager to see a fresh take on the Man of Steel. The movie stars David Corenswet as Superman and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Instead of retreading the familiar origin story, the plot finds Clark Kent already established as a hero, struggling to balance his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. In a world where superheroes are already common, the story explores how Superman's core values of kindness and hope stand out in a modern, often cynical age. However, this balance is threatened by the schemes of Lex Luthor, played by Nicholas Hoult. The conflict deepens as Luthor attempts to manipulate public perception, painting Superman as a potential threat to humanity rather than its savior. How will Superman regain the world's trust while facing a mastermind like Luthor? And how will he interact with the other established heroes of this new universe? To find out how this epic journey unfolds and how Clark truly becomes the symbol of hope, You'll have to watch the full story for yourselves.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work. Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
This can't all be true.
Coming in at number 6 is the action-packed finale we've all been waiting for. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie, this film marks the epic conclusion to one of the greatest action franchises in cinema history. It has earned a 7.2 rating on IMDb with 204,000 votes, as fans flock to theaters to see Tom Cruise push the limits of stunt work one last time. The movie stars the legendary Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, joined by returning cast members Haley Atwell and Simon Pegg. The story picks up exactly where the previous film left off, with Ethan on a high-stakes race to find the sunken Sevastopol submarine. This sub holds the key to controlling or destroying the Entity, a rogue artificial intelligence that threatens the security of the entire world. Ethan must navigate a landscape where no one can be trusted and the AI knows his every move before he even makes it. As the hunt for the key reaches its boiling point, Ethan is forced to perform his most dangerous stunts yet, from deep-sea diving to breathtaking aerial maneuvers. The tension is relentless as the bridge between human intuition and machine calculation is pushed to the breaking point. Will Ethan finally manage to destroy the Entity and protect the future of humanity? Or will the AI prove to be an enemy that even he cannot defeat? To see how this legendary saga finally concludes, you'll have to experience this action masterpiece for yourselves.
It's come to this. You gave him an aircraft carrier?
Our lives are the sum of our choices. If this was your calling, your destiny, I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
I had determined that the memory of my evils should die with me.
At number 5 is the Gothic masterpiece Frankenstein, a long-awaited dream project from the visionary director Guillermo del Toro. Released in late 2025 on Netflix, this film is a faithful yet haunting adaptation of Mary Shelley's classic novel. On IMDb, it has earned a solid 7.5 rating from 213,000 votes, with critics naming it one of the top 10 films of the year. The film features a powerhouse duo, with Oscar Isaac as the brilliant but arrogant Victor Frankenstein and Jacob Elordi as the misunderstood creature. The story begins in the frozen Arctic, where a Danish ship rescues a dying Victor Frankenstein. As he recovers, Victor recounts his tragic obsession, his journey from a brilliant young surgeon to a man who believes science can conquer death itself. Using remains gathered from the ongoing Crimean War, Victor builds an isolated lab to bring a massive creature to life. But when his creation finally opens its eyes, Victor is horrified by the result, leading to a cycle of cruelty and rejection that will change both their lives forever. What makes Del Toro's version stand out is how it explores the perspectives of both the creator and the creation. As the creature escapes into the world, he struggles with his own identity, learning about kindness and betrayal while being hunted by a world that only sees a monster. The tension builds to a tragic breaking point where Victor's personal life and his dark experiment collide in a horrifying way, leading to a desperate pursuit across the icy wilderness of the Arctic. Is Victor the true hero of this story, or is he the real monster? To witness this dark and poetic journey of a father and son, you must experience Frankenstein for yourselves.
Not something. Someone.
It
would hunt you and kill you just for being who you are.
I've not yet finished. Much more carnage will ensue.
I just want to say how...
At number 4 is the critically acclaimed mystery horror epic Weapons, directed by Zach Cregger, the mastermind behind the hit Phil Barbarian. Released in August 2025, this film became a massive box office success, grossing over $269 million. On IMDb, it holds a solid 7.5 rating from 276,000 votes, with critics praising its ambitious non-linear storytelling and the standout performances of an ensemble cast, including Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, and Amy Madigan. The film is a chilling puzzle divided into 6 chapters, following a baffling case in Maybrook, Pennsylvania, where 17 third-grade children from the exact same classroom mysteriously vanish on the same night. At precisely 2:17 a.m., every single one of them ran out of their homes and disappeared into the darkness, leaving only one student, Alex Lilly, behind. As their teacher, Justine, and a desperate father, Archer, begin their own investigations, they are plagued by haunting nightmares of a mysterious elderly woman and the terrifying realization that the police are barely scratching the surface of this event. The mystery deepens as the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, and the town's dark secrets begin to surface. What could possibly compel 17 innocent children to leave the safety of their homes at the exact same second, and where exactly did they all run to? What is the terrifying connection between the sole survivor Alex and the mysterious Aunt Gladys who has suddenly appeared at his home? To find out what dark force was calling them and what fate awaits in the shadows, you'll have to experience the gripping mystery of Weapons for yourselves.
And you know why? Because at 2:17 in the morning, every kid walked downstairs and into the dark, and they never came back.
Matthew, where are you? Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
You twins?
At number 3 is the groundbreaking supernatural horror film Sinners, directed by the visionary Ryan Coogler, the acclaimed filmmaker who directed both Black Panther movies. This film marks an exciting reunion between Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, who famously worked together on the first Black Panther. Set in the 1932 Mississippi Delta, this film became a cultural sensation in 2025, earning critical acclaim for its unique blend of Southern Gothic history and terrifying horror. On IMDb, it holds a solid 7.5 rating with an impressive 339,000 votes. Jordan stars in an incredible dual role, playing identical twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, who return to their hometown only to face an ancient, bloodthirsty evil. The story follows the Moore twins, World War I veterans who return to Clarksdale to start a new life by opening a juke joint for the Black community. However, their dream of music and freedom is quickly overshadowed by a dark presence lurking in the shadows of the South. A mysterious immigrant named Remick, carrying a terrifying supernatural curse, begins to target the town, turning neighbors into something monstrous. When the twins find themselves trapped within their own sanctuary, they realize that their homecoming has turned into a desperate fight for survival against a force that offers immortality at a deadly cost. As the sun begins to set on opening night, the juke joint becomes a battlefield between the living and the undead. The tension reaches a fever pitch as the twins must lead a small group of survivors to defend their lives against a relentless hive mind of vampires. Will the bond between the two brothers be enough to survive until dawn? Or will one of them fall victim to the darkness they try to outrun? What terrible choice will they have to make when the monsters finally break through? To experience this intense and soul-stirring journey into the heart of the Mississippi, you must watch the masterpiece that is Sinners.
You keep dancing. Stay. It's you?
Of course it's me. Open the door.
That ain't your brother.
We need to build our car for combat.
How am I supposed to make that safe?
Who said anything about safe?
Speeding in a number 2 spot is the adrenaline-fueled masterpiece, simply titled F1. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, the visionary behind Top Gun. Maverick, this film set a new gold standard for sports cinema in 2025. On IMDb, it has secured a strong 7.7 rating with 277,000 votes. What makes this movie truly revolutionary is its unprecedented realism, using custom-designed IMAX cameras to put the audience directly inside the cockpit at 200 miles per hour. The legendary Brad Pitt stars as Sonny Hayes, a veteran driver who returns to the grid after decades away. He joins a struggling team as their second driver, fighting to overcome his past traumas and the physical pressures of his age. He is paired with the rising young prodigy Joshua Pierce, played by Damson Idris, leading to an intense clash between two different generations. While Joshua relies on high-tech simulators and views Sonny as an outdated relic, he soon realizes a profound truth. While he drives for fame and trophies, Sonny drives because racing is his entire life and soul. This realization transforms his initial disdain into deep respect for the veteran's unwavering devotion. The tension on the track is breathtaking, as the film captures the raw intensity of wheel-to-wheel racing with unprecedented realism. Every gear shift and every split-second decision feels life or death. The film reaches its pulse-pounding climax at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where the stakes couldn't be higher. In a final race that pushes both men and machines to their absolute limits, Sonny and Joshua must execute a daring strategy to claim their place on the podium. Will Sonny's comeback end in glory, or will the split-second risks of the world's fastest sport prove too much to handle? What legacy will they leave behind when the checkered flag finally drops? For the most realistic and immersive racing experience ever captured on film, you must see F1.
You're making a mistake, thinking that I'm just going to be some grateful kid who'll bend the knee to an old-timer.
I never should have pulled you into this.
Down the inside, contact!
That's the other driver. You say he was old, he not that old. That's a handsome man right there.
What's he doing? Plan C, be ready.
Just gotta hope for some lucky breaks. Hope it's not a strategy.
Anything else, Professor?
Drive fast.
Ever seen a miracle?
Not yet. How do you think I'd feel if you die on the track?
3 laps. 3 laps is a lifetime.
Rise and shine.
Bat an eyelash.
Good morning.
Finally, taking the ultimate number 1 spot is the cinematic masterpiece, One Battle After Another. Directed by the visionary Paul Thomas Anderson, this 2025 black comedy action thriller has been hailed as one of the best films of the 21st century. Despite its massive budget, it earned critical acclaim and a 7.8 rating on IMDb with 244,000 votes, fueled by a stellar cast led by Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and Benicio del Toro. Leonardo DiCaprio delivers a career-defining performance as Bob Ferguson, an ex-revolutionary living a paranoid, off-the-grid life in Backton Cross, California. The plot kicks off when his past catches up with him in the form of Stephen J. Lockjaw, a powerful and corrupt military officer played by Sean Penn. Lockjaw's dark obsession leads him to hunt down Bob and his free-spirited teenage daughter, Willa. The film is a wild, adrenaline-fueled journey that blends intense action with sharp humor, as Bob is forced to reclaim his former combative lifestyle to protect the only person he has left in this world. The tension reaches a breaking point as Bob and Willa find themselves pursued by both the military and mysterious hunters in a high-stakes game of survival. As they flee through the chaotic landscape of Bacton Cross, dark secrets about their family's past and her mother's true identity begin to surface. Will Bob be able to outsmart a system designed to crush him and keep his daughter safe? Or will the sins of their revolutionary past finally catch up to them? To experience the most unpredictable and gripping journey of the year, you'll have to witness the spectacle of one battle after another for yourselves.
See you first.
Viva la revolution!
For bringing justice to the vigilante group known as the French 75, we are here to award Stephen Lockjaw with the Medal of Honor.
You have to understand, Willa.
Me and Mom used to run around and do some real bad shit. They got hurt. Now they're coming after us. Sorry.
I didn't ask for this. That's just how the cards were rolled out for me.
It's not cards. You don't roll cards. It's dice.
Dad, what is wrong with you?
You know what freedom is? No fear. Just like Tom Cruise.
Viva la revolution!
And that's our top 10 list. Which of these 2025 blockbusters was your absolute favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing movie content. See you in the next video.